we've got something spoopy that is coming up right now in United States politics. And this is something that all of you need to be made very, very aware of. This is something that is going to end up affecting each and every one of us. And I'm not saying that to be hyperbolic. But first, let's go ahead and throw up fan art. This one is from Closet Weeb. Also, thank you very, very much. Is that Sakura who did another dono? Oh, no, it's just a late one. Closet Weeb says, when I heard small-breasted Suris, I knew I had to do a Koakatsu Suris because I have a thing for small breasts. I ended up trying to dress her up as Liberloom from gushing over Magical Girls, but couldn't get the outfit quite right. An attempt was made, and a very smug one at that. Why does she have purple lips? Well, are you saying not only that my character has a penis and also that's purple lips because you have been sucking penis? Does Suris suck Suris's penis? Is that a thing that that's okay? Anyway. As always, thank you for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. And Pandora says, self-cessed, you said it. Suris lipstick exists. Look, slime girls leave traces. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to this. Frorwolf, thank you for resubscribing. I appreciate it. Frorwolf, you have donated right at the time that this shit is here. Steam, Discord, and Twitch executives called to testify before Congress over the radicalization of users. Video games causing violence, everybody, once again. Wow, we're back here again. The CEOs of Discord, Steam, and Twitch and Reddit have been called to Congress to testify about the radicalization of online users on those platforms by the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. Congress has a duty to oversee the online platforms that radicals have used to advance political violence, said Chairman of the House Oversight Committee James Comer, a Republican from Kentucky, said in a statement. To prevent further radicalization and violence, the CEOs of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit must appear before the Oversight Committee and explain what actions they will take to ensure their platforms are not exploited for nefarious purposes. Okay? Sure. Why not? You know, just Joe Lieberman smiling up from hell. Yeah, what about 4chan? What about Kick? What about Rumble? What about Odyssey? What about the actual fucking place? What about Cozy TV? What about the actual fucking places where we see radicals showing up? Now, let's go over the normie games platform and the normie streaming platform. How fucking out of touch does the United States government have to be that these are the people that are getting called in? Letters from the House Oversight Committee have been sent to Humam Sakini, CEO of Discord, Gabe Newell, president of Steam and the maker of president of Steam maker Valve, Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, and Steve Huffman, the CEO of Reddit, requesting their testimony on October 8th. The hearing will examine radicalization of online forum users, including incidents of open incitement to commit violent, politically motivated acts. So, what does this mean? For one, it means stop fucking Fed posting. Every one of you that thinks it's a good idea. The time to Fed post is not now. Has not been, will never be. When you sit there and go, oh man, I just wish that all of X people would die. Shut the fuck up. Do not speak. What is wrong with you? For one, none of us want to see that shit. None of us want to have to talk you down from that ledge. And for two, you actively make it harder on all of us now that Twitch and Discord and all these places are going to get investigated. I'm 99% certain most of my audience is going to be A-OK. But there's always going to be one dumb motherfucker. There's always going to be one dumb motherfucker. Also, Steam, why is Gabe Newell being called in? What is happening on Steam to radicalize people? Is it because the shooter liked Helldivers? What the fuck? Lenari says, what posting? Fed posting? Okay, so Fed posting is what happens when you say something online that would incriminate you and that the federal authorities might respond negatively towards. Is it Fed posting to talk about doomed House X Wilson Yowie? No. Fed posting is when you do violent threats or threats of illegal acts jokes. The joke is that it's somebody who's an undercover federal agent saying those things in order to entrap users. Hello, my fellow leftists. We should all, us comrades together, involve ourselves in the violent uprising. If we do that, surely then we will get all of our demands and have health care for everyone. Meanwhile, it's a fucking honeypot. That's what Fed posting means, if you didn't know what it was and you were too lazy to Google. The catalyst for Comer's request is the killing of Charlie Kirk, the right-wing political activist and media personality who shot Utah Valley University last week. Again, school shootings happen all the goddamn time, and we don't see these hearings. The closest I can think of, if you remember during the Columbine shooting, they thought that video games caused the violence because they thought that the shooters had used Doom to map out the planned shooting route in the school. Steam and Discord have long been homes for extremists to gather, coordinate, and harass their perceived enemies, despite both platforms being aimed at gamers and designed originally for non-political purposes. I mean, Discord communities that have extremists in them exist. I can agree with that. But Steam? Where's the extremists on Steam? Why are you looking at Steam and not fucking R9K? The FBI had messages prior to the Evergreen shooting. They have terrible priorities. Yep. The 2017 white supremacist rally Unite the Right in Charlottesville was planned through Discord, and the platform was used by far-right mass shooters in the 2022 Buffalo shooting and the Highland Park Parade shooting. In 2024, the ADL reported that Steam was rife with extremism and anti-Semitism across Steam community groups. I mean, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Congress has previously pressed Newell on the significant presence of users displaying and espousing neo-Nazi, extremist, and other shit on his platform, misogynistic and hateful sentiments. Discord, Steam, and Twitch and Reddit executives will have the chance to deliver 5-minute opening statements prior to answering questions posed by the members during the committee for this testimony. I want to see what the comments on this say. Flame6 says, it'll be really interesting when those CEOs get up there and say most of the extreme content is racist and right-wing extremism and watch how the congressmen react. Yeah, pretty much. Have they not been on Twitter? Have you not been on Twitter lately? Yeah, Twitter's... Why is Elon Musk not being called up? We're seeing a lot of this shit on Twitter. We're seeing a lot of this shit on Facebook. Why is Elon Musk not being called up? Why is Mark Zuckerberg not being called up? Or is it the fact that those people are already in the pockets of Donald Trump? So Congress is specifically going after video games with this at the same time that Texas is trying to ban fucking anime. Let me go ahead and throw something out at you as well, just so you know. So Texas wants to ban, and has basically been throwing out, anime that features minors doing obscene things or lewd acts. And I understand that people are going to see that and immediately think that's a good thing, but understand that means that Dragon Ball is now something that should be illegal in Texas, because there is a scene where Bulma, when she is a minor, flashes Master Roshi. Now all of My Hero Academia is bad and obscene. Most shonen anime actually is bad and obscene, because most of the characters in shonen anime are teenagers, and if they happen to be lewd in any way, shape, or form for any amount of time, I guess the entire thing has to be thrown the fuck away. Also, Sakura points out, yep, multiple scenes where Goku is a minor walking around without pants, or the scene where he, like, slaps Bulma's vagina over and over again and then freaks out going, oh my god, you don't have a penis! Tal says there's way more than that in DB. Yeah, I know. I know there's way more than that in Dragon Ball. I gave one example. Would you like me to go over all 180 some odd episodes of Dragon Ball and all 280 some odd episodes of Dragon Ball Z? And also all 80 some odd episodes of Dragon Ball GT, and also all 100 plus episodes of Dragon Ball Super? And also however many fucking episodes of Dragon Ball Heroes exist? Yep, Sailor Moon as well. The characters are minors. Every single moment they are doing a transformation, stylistic nudity. All of that. Everything you like as entertainment is under threat. And it's under threat because there are people who are out of fucking touch with media, out of touch with anime, out of touch with video games, out of touch with the channels we use to talk about the things we love. And our government wants to take that shit away from you, and that's fucking crazy to me. Every single one of us should be picking up the phone Every single one of us should be going on to 5 calls and calling our representatives and explaining to them how fucking stupid these laws are. In every state, because it's not just Texas that's going to end up doing this shit. It's happening everywhere. They want, and they being the United States government, I'm not going to use a they that could be meant for anything else. The United States government, both at the state and at the federal level, wants to sanitize everything that you consume under the guise of your safety. And it is all a goddamn lie. Get on 5 calls, use ResistBot, go talk to your senators. If you're near your state capital, maybe it's a good idea to go pay them a visit and go be an individual lobbyist, or even make a group around yourself of people who are willing to go up and lobby for your right to enjoy fucking media. Anyway, that's it for that one. I got a show to do with Rhino in 3 minutes. Pick up the phone. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Limor Pinku, Love Bunny Games, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Aurora, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard. Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it. Just a little bit.